Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Battles, where that's Chad.
And that's Joe.
Thought I'd get him mixed up there. Hey, guys, if you've been watching our series lately, we've talked about this for a while. We're going to do a bottled and bond tournament, which is what we're going to start today. On your screen now, you see all 8 of the budget bottled and bonds we're going to do. Chad and I chose this list very carefully. We think this is stuff, at least in central Indiana, you can get fairly easy, right?
I think so, yeah.
So
there's one, possibly 2 in particular that were right on the line, but we put them in anyway.
You know, a lot of you people watch from other states. May be harder to get. Some other things may be easier to get where you're from. And we're not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet, but in episode 2, we are going to let the cat out of the bag. We're going to throw a wrench in the spokes with this tournament.
Yeah, we are.
So it's going to be fun. We have 8 bottled and bonds, as you saw there, and we're gonna let her rip. By the way, I was at a friend's house yesterday and tried Lafroig's. Have you ever had that? Hey, if you guys have had...
Is that French?
I think it's French whiskey from Scotland.
No, I've never had it.
Scotch. Is Scotch from Scotland?
I believe so.
It tastes horrible. Sorry, a lot of you guys out there love your Scotch. You love Lafroig. I know it's a very popular thing, but I don't know how you do it. What I determined from drinking Lafroig and some Japanese whiskey, Hibiki, I determined I like bourbon. Have you had either one of those?
I have not. I have drank some scotches that I like, and I have tasted some Japanese whiskey that I don't particularly care for. But
we're also, Chad and I have been talking about this. We're going to start utilizing, as soon as this bottled and bond tournament is over, which will run several episodes.
It will.
We're going to start doing special guests. And one of those special guests is going to be my brother-in-law, Gerard, born and raised in Belfast, Ireland. We're going to turn him in his ways to bourbon.
Yeah, he's a big Jameson guy.
He likes the Jameson.
There's nothing wrong with Irish whiskey. But
hey, he tried some Heaven's Door finished in Redbreast, and he actually kind of liked it.
Probably because it was finished in Redbreast.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid with a label.
Maybe that's all.
That's all it is.
You know what we say about labels here at Bourbon Battles? We don't give a rat's ass what's on the label. That's why we don't know what we're drinking. These things were poured up. All 8 bottles were in the kitchen when this started, and she picks 2 at complete random. We have no idea who's even paired against what. Don't know. Don't give a shit.
No. It's a great bottled and bond budget tournament.
I can't wait to release the special news in the next episode, how we're throwing a wrench in this.
I think it'll get people's attention.
Yeah. So, hey, believe it or not, by the time you see this video, a couple episodes ago, we did Evan Williams' Bottled and Bonds. Speaking of Bottled and Bonds, as you know now, that is in this tournament. And it beat Blanton's Blind. That video, by the time you see this one, should be at 1,000 views. That's pretty cool for a couple dumb hillbillies from...
Speak for yourself.
Indiana. I was speaking for you.
Also, special thanks to the Whiskey Lounge, downtown Indianapolis.
If you didn't watch our last video... Get it, go back and watch it, and learn the secret code to get free whiskey at Wise Guy Whiskey Lounge, or Wise Guy Lounge at 545 Mass Ave in Indianapolis, Indiana. Really cool place. You'll go back, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I might go back tonight.
Got the best selection I've seen anywhere close to us.
Brennan and his staff over there are fantastic. Over 400 whiskeys on the shelf. I doubt there's anybody watching this video that can't go in there and find something you want to try. There's plenty there you haven't had, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So really, really cool place. So without any further ado, you want to do Bottled and Bond?
Yep.
What do you think the proof of this one is?
I'm going to go with 100.
So explain to everybody what Bottled and Bond even means as we start sniffing around on number 1 here. You know what we're trying right now.
Well, I don't know if I'm very good at explaining, but I'll do my best. There was a Bottled and Bond Act, I think, and it came back in the day from bootleggers making whiskey and, doing anything they could to cut corners, spitting tobacco juice in the whiskey barrels. I mean,
That's not good.
No.
Make it taste like Lafroig.
It could, but they were doing it for color, I think. But, people were making it any way they could, bathtub whiskey, so to speak. So they came out with the Bottled and Bond Act, and I think that basically states that the whiskey has to be aged in a bonded warehouse, which means that your distilleries have warehouses that are bonded. It's like anybody else being bonded. You have to go through the process and probably has to go through an inspection and pay some money and all that. But then it also has to be bottled at 100 proof.
And done out of the same distilling season?
The whole run has to be done the same distilling season, yes.
So there are some things that make bottled and bond unique. I personally think 100 proof is a really good drinking proof.
That's not bad.
So let's get into it. Number one. I like that. So the way this is going to work, obviously, with the tournament, Chad and I will have to agree on the whiskey that's a winner. And in the case that we don't agree, we've got these little slips of paper to where you only do that with who you think won.
I know. I'm making notes, bud. It'd be all right.
So we will tell you if it's not even close. One's by far better, a lot better, a little better, better by close. And we've got a numbering system down here, 1 through 4, so we'll assign a value to that. And then we will actually rate the whiskey. And should we need that to break a tie, we'll add those two numbers up, and that'll break the tie and determine who moves on in the tournament.
What's number 9 on here say?
I'll put that in there for you. Phenomenal. Yeah, so score of 1 would be not drinkable, 2 would be bad, 3 would be just drinkable, maybe a mixer, 4 would be an okay bourbon, 5 would be an average bourbon, 6 would be just above average, 7 is pretty good, 8 is really good, 9 is phenomenal, and 10 is it's the best whiskey I ever had, and we're not going to have a 10 in this group because there's no sweet wheat that's bottled and bond.
Thank God. You guys need to tune in, too. We're going to have Sweet Wheat versus Straight Makers Mark one of these days, and Straight Makers is going to win, and I'm going to make fun of him until he gets off the air.
Yeah, and we've been getting a lot of people make comments that they want to see some of these harder to get whiskeys, not even necessarily blind, where we just talk about them a little bit. And that'll be fun.
I think we've got some of that coming.
Yeah. But get down there to Wise Guy Whiskey Lounge and try their store picks. That's another thing that makes me think. I've gotten our little...
Hey, let's call them barrel selects, not store picks, because they don't really have a retail front.
Oh, this... Number 2 tastes like a Jim Beam product to me because they get peanuts. You do too, don't you?
No.
So one of the things we want to do, and let us know in the comments if you like these ideas. We're going to have a couple different episodes. One of them we're going to do myth or fact, the neck pour. Is it really worse? So we're going to have a bottle we're going to pick that's been open for a while against a brand new bottle. And we're going to battle those blind. You like that idea? See if we can tell the difference in a neck pour.
Sure.
They've asked for it.
Slip neck. We'll do it.
Shit neck. And the other one that we'd like to do, let us know if you like this idea, is a store pick versus something off the shelf.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing because especially if you're from the Central Midwest or Central Indiana for that matter, if you know where you can get a store pick of something, but you've never tried it, but you want to see the store pick, then send us a message and we'll do the store pick versus just straight off the shelf batch. And see if there's a noticeable difference in the store pick, one way or another.
So you guys know what we're drinking in 1 and 2 right here, and I'm going to tell you this is a very hard one for me to pick a winner.
Is that right?
Yeah. So let's go with this here. I'm going to say better but close with my winner.
I'm going to tell you in just a second.
That one's really hard for me. I could go back and forth all day on that one. So better by close is a 1. So add that to whatever you pick over there for a total, if we don't agree. That's so hard to pick. I'm ready. Which do you choose? Is one a little
better?
We both say one of them is just a little bit better than the other, so I've got a feeling we could be different here. Ready for the winner?
No, not yet.
Oh. Making tasting notes.
Yep, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. We were different.
We're different again.
Second time that's happened. So take your two numbers and add them up.
9.
I come up with 7. Yours is going to go forward.
Good enough.
I said that was an above average whiskey. What'd you say?
Pretty good. And I said a little better.
Yeah. So I think that goes to show with our goofy little scoring system that we're actually pretty close. We just happen to choose a different one, but we think about the same of each of these.
I like the number 1 the second time I went in, especially and I know that I'm completely anti this, but you could actually take it. I got a little bit of honey, and I don't know. I want to see what it is. So let's look and see.
So let's get these glasses out of the way. So we'll look at number 1 first because that's what I picked. I'll show it to you, and you grab the bottle down there. This is very bad.
That's the one you picked?
No, that's the one I picked. It is not moving on. So the first...
Well, there you go, folks.
The first bottled and bond... No, this is what you picked. This is what's moving on. I'm an idiot. There's our winner.
He's an idiot.
There's our winner, Evan Williams, which is very much to be expected because it beat Blanton's. Now let's see what beat it.
What lost to it?
What lost to it? I said it won. And this is one of my absolute favorites. I've said that for a long time that I thought this was the silent potential to take this whole tournament, and that's the Jim Beam Bonded. I absolutely love this stuff.
It's out. Sorry, Jim Beam.
But it's out. So my black sheep that I thought could come through and win the whole thing goes out very, very first.
Like I said, pretty good, and it was just a little better.
Hey, if you go back and watch at about the 2-minute mark or 3-minute mark or whenever it is we first tasted these, what did I say when I first tasted number 2? Tastes like Jim Beam.
Said it's definitely not sweet wheat.
So, I'm not disappointed with that moving on, that's for sure. So yeah.
Tune in for the second in the first round. Second match in the first round.
There's 8, so we'll have 4 in the first round. We're going to film number 2 here soon, and we'll get these out pretty close to one another. Again, I encourage you guys to leave comments. Let me know what you think. We've actually got a couple people that are going to go out and try to buy all these and drink them blind like we do and see what they come up with as their winner, which is really cool. Really cool idea.
The silent killer.
The silent killer. And these are all budgets.
They are all budgets.
I don't remember what I paid for the bonded, but just a couple dollars more than the Evan Williams, I'd say.
I think, yeah. It's not. I mean, they're all.
These are probably the 2.
We have 2 that are a little higher, but they were, like I said, they were right on the borderline. You guys will see them at a later date. But
yeah,
you guys already know what they are. You're looking at the screen. I don't know what the screen looks like, but yeah so you'll see them and you'll know which ones they are.
I wish you'd put these in different brackets so they could go against each other later, but that's not how it shook out here on Bourbon Battles. So leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Like us and subscribe on YouTube. Do the same on Facebook. Get down there to Wise Guy Lounge. Go check out Brennan and his crew. Watch the video.
Free whiskey.
Learn how to get free whiskey, and there's no strings attached. You just go in there and get free whiskey. So until next time, I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Talk to you real soon.
Thanks, guys.